Hello everyone, this is the video number 11 of 50-day challenge, and this is a very important video because in this video I want to share with you something about personality development, because personality development is very important part of your life. If you not work on yourself, if you not improve your personality, you will never achieve a big success. Because whether you want to crack any interview, whether you want to get promotion in your job, or whether you want to convince anybody, you have to master, you have to know about personality development. You have to master on your communication skill, you have to master on your listening skill. All these skills are covered in this personality development. So in this video I will cover about that how you talk with the people, what is your body language, how you can communicate better with the person. So all these things is very important part of your life. In school, in school only teach us about how to do a job and how to get a good job. But after school all these skills are very important. Suppose you crack a good entrance exam and you went in IIT, right? During the interview time nobody will judge your knowledge because they already know that your knowledge, about your knowledge, that's the reason you have selected in IIT. And that time in interview, your the interviewer check your personality development, check your whether you are fit for his company, not because of your knowledge, because of your interpersonal skill, how you talk with the people, how you behave with the people. So all the things is very important, right? Before 3 year ago, my confidence was very low and I don't know how, why happening with me. I hesitate to talking to the people, and I hesitate to talking to the people. My personality was also not good, I always feel underconfident. But when I started learning about personality development, when I started working on myself, right now I feel more comfortable, I feel more, you can say that, more confidence in my life. Because of all, I have learned so many things about personality development, I have learned about the body language, so many things. The reason that's why I'm right now totally confident, right? So if you learn all this skill, this will completely change your life. I will talk about one story. Before that, whenever I take a calls on for my that business, that is success happen, where I handle every day in customer care service, customer care, okay. So I never convince any person to buy my courses. But after learning all this skill, now I can say that if 10 people call, chances that 4 or 5 people I will convert to buy my courses. So in terms of financially, with the help of personality development, I also grow financially. So if you learn personality development, you can grow, you will grow in every aspect of your life, right? In career wise, money wise, in anything, what you want to achieve in your goal, because this is a very important part of your life, right? So in this video I want to cover two parts. One is that body language and other is communication skill, because both two are very important. And how you can communicate with the person is very important. And the more important is that how, what you say, it's not more important, how you say is more important. So many people are confused that if you speak more and more, it means that you will get more respect, but it is not like that. you know if you speak in effective way, if you want to speak in effective way, you have to learn how to say effective way, right? I will give you one more example, right? So you can understand that how your communication, body language, everything is important. It is not important and what you say, it is important how you say. For example, I will give you I will tell you the sentence in two different way, and you can get a better idea how body language and communication skill is important, how voice of tone is very important, right? Suppose let see that. So, my friend, today I want to share with you something about communication skill, which is very important, and I want to share because this will completely change your life. Because I have follow all the things, and and I follow all things, and you can say that I get lots of help. Okay, so I have shared in one way. Now I will share in a different way, and you can see the difference between both the way of speaking. Okay, so let's start it. So today I want to share with you something amazing thing about personality development, because the personality development will completely change your life if you apply in your life. Because that personality development, that personality has completely changed my life. Now I'm become more confident. I can speak with any person confidently because I work on myself. Okay, I have said with you, two. I say the same thing in a two different way, but you can see the difference, right? That the major role of your body language and the voice of tone, all the things, right? I have shared same content in both way, but I have say in a different way, right? So I have moved my hand, in good way, but in second way I have, you can say that I'm using body language that was a nervousness, that's a sign of nervousness. But in second way I am using the body language, it's like the confidence, it give me the confidence, whether I am also feeling nervous from inside, but if I am using a body language in the right way, like a confident, other person think that I am confident, right? Because what the people see in you, they think that you are like that, right? Suppose if I am looking confident, other people will think that I am confident, whether I am feeling nervous from inside, but nobody will know me that, because I am showing that body language, body gesture is like a confidence. Okay, so let's start. The first, I have already tell you that I want to divide this video in the two parts. One is the communication skill and one is the body language. So first talk about the body language. Body language is very, very important, because there is, research say that what you say, the content is only 7%. Okay, content is only 7%. And 93% is that your body language and the voice of tone, right? So we are, so many people don't know about that body language and voice of tone, and they are just speaking, and you are, if you don't know about all the things, it means that you are missing so many things, because only 7% is matter, how what you say, but 93% is matter what you, how you say, like, how you choose your body language, how you use your voice of tone. Okay, so all are very important. So the first things, in the body language is that your eye is very important, and so many people, they don't know how to use your eye. So let's talk about the how you can use eye during the speaking. Suppose you are speaking in the front of so many people, right? Suppose there is a room where more than 30, 40, 50 people are there. So now that time, how you use your eye? So that time you don't need to stare only one person. It is like awkward if I am staring someone, only single person every time. If I, my eye contact with that only person, it is, it feel like awkward. So you don't need to, see only one person. You have to you have to, make eye contact with all the person in the room. So but the problem is that if there is a 40 or 50% in the room, it does not mean that you have to, make eye contact with every 50 people. It is also look like awkward, right? So you have to know the rule, how to, how to make eye contact in the group. So there is a rule is that, suppose there is a, the room. Okay, so you can talk, you can make eye contact like one middle person there, if sitting in the middle, one in the side and other is this side. So you can you can make your eye contact with that person for 2 or 3 seconds. After that, you move your eye contact with the next person. After that, move your eye contact with the next person. So if you talk like that, it is like, more interactive with your audience. People think that, or your audience think that you are more interactive, and people will more understand you, people will focus on more on you more, right? If you're not making eye contact with the audience, your audience will disconnect with you. So always remember that, make eye contact with the people. So many people I have seen that they are, they are staring the roof, they are staring the ceiling of the wall. So it is like, it is a bad impact on your audience if you look like that. Always remember, make eye contact with the, the audience. And there is also rule is that, not make eye contact more than, 3 or 4 seconds. You can say that if you are speaking something, try to make eye contact with that person. If you are, speaking one sentence, after one sentence, if your sentence is finished, make eye contact with different person. So if you do like that, you feel more confident, and people will think that, your what you say, it is more interactive, right? If you want to make something, if you want to make understand about something topic, people will easily understand, and people will easily connect with you, right? So now I have talked with that, how you can make eye contact in the public if there are so many people. Now suppose you are talking one to one, so now how you can make eye contact with that person, because this is also very important. So there is a rule of that, the 9 second rule. 9 second rule is that you don't need to, you don't need to make eye contact all the time with that person, because it also like look like, you are staring that person, right? So it also look like awkward. After that, your situation become awkward. So you have to you have to make eye contact. There is also 70% rule is that 70% make eye contact with that person, and 30% you can look, uh, here and there, right? Suppose I am talking with that person, so there is one person, suppose there is one person, so I'm talking with that person, yeah, and after that I see here sometime in the middle of sentence I see here and there, and I make contact with that person, make eye contact with that person. So it will, you can say that, more effective when you're talking one to one person. And there is also if you starting to make eye contact, in starting it is very difficult because you have not habit of making eye contact. So what you can do, you can see on the eyebrow of that person. Okay, you can, if you see the eyebrow of that person, you feel little bit you can say comfortable, because directly seeing the eye of that person, if you are not habitual of that, you feel little bit, you can say that, uncomfortable in starting. So practice with that. You can see on the eyebrow, and starting when you feel more confident, try to see in the eye of that person. And if you apply all the things, you can see that you become more powerful communicator, you become more effective communicator. After that, what you want to say with that person, the people will easily listen you. They will, you can say that they will more, more focus on you, right? So I have talked with the eye contact. Now let's discuss the second thing, is that hand gesture. Hand gesture is very important, because so many people, they don't know what is the use of that hand. Because if you use this hand during speaking in effective way, your speech will be more and more effective, right? I am right now, I'm using hand gesture. I'm using so many hand gesture, and that's the reason my speech is more effective. If I'm sitting like that, and if I'm standing like that, and I'm speaking in the front of you, it's like the normal, like I'm not creating more impact on you. But if I use my hand gesture, during talking, or during giving any speech, it is more effective, right? So there are so many rules to how you can use your hand gesture, right? Because so many people uh, don't know how to use hand gesture. So first is that, the first rule is that, show your palm. This is the palm area is very important. If you show the audience, whenever you talk with that person, if you show your palm with that person, it look like you are more trustable. You can say that you are not hiding anything. Because the reason behind is that, before our ancestor, that when they are, they were, you can say that, living in the jungle, everybody, hiding, their weapons in hand, because that time they do hunting for animal or something like that. So that time, if you not show your palm, other people think that you are hiding some weapon, so they feel a danger about you, right? So that's the reason, whenever you can show, if you show the palm with the audience, you feel like more trustable. You have seen that all the politician leader, doing like that, and they are showing their palm to the audience, like that, you can trust on me, and they want to give the message like that, you can trust on me, right? So you also see that, if you observe all the politician leader during the speech, they show their palm so many times, right? Because they want to gain more trust in audience, right? It is very important. Whenever you talk with any person, try to show your face, never hide like that. It is a sign like nervousness. It is like that, you are hiding something. But if you show your palm, if you show, if you use a hand gesture in good way, people think that you are more comfortable, you are more confident, right? So always remember to show your, that this palm area to the audience. Not always talking like that. Today I want to talk about something, this is very important. It's like awkward. You can talk in a way that people will not understand that you are using hand gesture. You can use subconsciously. In the starting, you need to do practice, but after, when you practice more and more, it will become automatically, right? You don't need to focus on whether you are showing a palm to audience or not, right? So always remember, show the palm to the audience during the speeches or during the talking with the other person, right? So I have to talk about the first hand gesture, and the second hand gesture is that, never point a finger. Never point a finger means, suppose there is a audience sitting in the front of you. If you are talking like that, you have to do that, because if you want to become successful, you have to do that. You have to do that. If you're pointing a finger like that, people will feel offended. People feel uncomfortable, right? Suppose I will give you one more example. Suppose there is a chair, and there is a person, if you want to say that, give me chair. So if you say that, give me that chair, I want to that chair, it is like aggressive mode, right? You saying something like aggressively, right? So it is like, people will feel offended. People will think that you are suppressing him. So never point a finger in the front of people, right? So you can point your finger in front of your enemy. Suppose you are talking about the enemy, so like you are talking about like if next time the Pakistan do anything, we will destroy the Pakistan from the the map, right? If you're pointing the finger in towards the enemy, that's okay, right? Because you are not uh, pointing you can say that in front of people, you are pointing toward your enemy. So you can point your finger toward enemy, not any person. Always remember that, because if you point your finger, it look like you are more aggressive. So instead of pointing finger, you can use like that. So please give me a cheer, right? If you palm, show your palm. I have already again said with you. So suppose there is a chair, so please give me a chair, please sit here, right? So if you say please sit here, please sit here, so if you show palm like that, people will think that you are giving more respect to that person, right? So always remember it is very important, right? So I have said the second point that about hand gesture, never point the finger. The third hand gesture is that never fidgeting. What is the meaning of fidgeting? I think you have seen that during talking or during giving a speech, so many people are doing like that. They are knuckling their finger, or they are doing like that. They are rubbing their hand, right? So they are some touching their forehead, touching their nose. So it is like fidgeting. If you do like that, it means that you are nervous, right? So you are showing your audience that you are nervous, right? So don't show like that. If you do like that, you are, it means that you are feeling nervous. The person who is nervous, they do like that, because if you observe yourself, whenever you feel nervous, you start doing like that, right? Because there is a subconsciously something, we, our mind is programmed to do like that, right? So never do like that. In during speech time, you can use your hand in effective way. That's why I'm talking about the hand gesture, right? If I am talking about the hand gesture, if you are giving a speech, use your hand like that, not doing like that, right? Because it is a sign of nervousness. So I have said the third point, never do fidgeting, because it creates a bad impact on your audience. And the fourth is that never okay gesture. Okay gesture, what is okay gesture? Like that okay gesture, it also if you are showing your palm to the audience, it is the advanced version of the gaining more trust. So if you want to, you can say that if you want to give more, if you want to emphasize on something, right? Suppose today I want to talk about something which is very very important, I'm emphasizing more on more that one, right? Then you can use this okay gesture. And you can also use that if you want to do something, you have to put more and more effect, right? You can use your hand, close your hand like that, and you can emphasize like that, right? It will also create a more impact when you emphasizing on something, right? So I have talked about so many hand gesture during speaking, how you can speak. Sorry. So all are very important, right? So use your hand in effective way during speaking. You can see that you feel more confident, and whenever you give a presentation, people will think that you are more confident, right? These are very important, right? So I have talked about the hand gesture. Now let's talk about that body gesture. Body gesture is very important, because what the problem is that so many people are they are doing like that, they are crossing their hand, crossing their legs, and it is sign of nervousness. So if you open your body like that, you feel more confident. Have you seen that when you feel very happy, when you are happy, you never do like that, you open your body, like you can say that, yeah, I win the match, I have won the match, like that. You open your body, right? So if you open your body, you feel more and more confidence, right? This is a sign of confidence. During speaking, never do like that, right? If you do like that, it means that you are nervous. So always open your body. Whenever you're sitting, take more space, because the confident person take more and more space. So if you talking in the front of public, or if you are giving a speech, take more and more space, take more and more space. Use your hand gesture, move here and there, right? So it look like you are more confident, right? So always remember that, take a space during a speech, right? And also so many people have the bad body gesture, because we use more and more smartphone, our our shoulder never straight up. So if you want to become more confident, you have to straight. So there is how you can do exercise to become more straight. So if there is a wall, you can straight like that, and if you touch your shoulder in the wall, and now you are, you can say that you are straight, right? So now your posture is like confident. Now when you talk like that, you feel more confident, and other people will also think confident. Suppose if I'm talking like that, today I want to share with something which is very important. So it is not like, it is like, you can say that nervousness, it is sign of nervousness. I'm not a believe on myself, I'm not confident. But if I'm talking like that, if I'm, standing in front of you in a straight, and if I'm talking, if I'm using a good hand gesture, I feel more confident, right? So always remember about the body posture. So I have talked about the eye contact, I have talked about that how you can use your hand and how you can use your body posture. Always remember, take more space whenever you're speaking, take more and more space, that will give you more confidence. Okay, so now let's talk about, the in this video I not cover the leg position. In different video I can cover leg position, because the camera angle is not fit for me, so it is very difficult to, to record the leg posture right now. So I have talked about that the basic, which is basic, and I want to talk about that a little bit, about the leg posture, that never, cross your leg. Always take also, take a space when you are standing, because if you close your, if you close your leg like that, you will feel like, that nervousness. So always take a space. So always remember, take a space whenever you are standing anywhere, or whenever you are giving a speech, right? So I have talked about that the body language. If you follow all body language, this is very important, and this is the basic things. I can talk in advanced version also in different topic, because if I talk about more and more about body language, the video will be very long, right? So I have talked, basic things which is, you can easily apply in your life, and you can see instant result, right? Because all are very important. So now let's talk about that communication skill. So I have talked about the body language, and now now I can talk about the communication skill, because the communication skill is very very important, right? Whenever you open your mouth, people will understand about that. People judge you that who you are, how you are, right? About they can understand about all your past everything, when you open your first, when you open your mouth. So always remember that, communication skill is very important. And in this world, the person who have good communication skill, they always, you can say that they always grab more opportunity, they always become more successful, they always earn more money. All the things what he want to do, he can do with the help of communication skill, because the communication skill is very important. Because we are living in this world where, we are a social being. So if you want to do anything, you need people to help. You can't do alone everything, right? If you want to do a business, you can't do alone, you need people who help you. So if your communication skill not good, how can you convince other person to help you, right? So all these are very important. So people skill is very important, communication skill is very important, negotiation skill is very important, and all comes under your communication skill. So if you master your communication skill, you can see, lots of changes in your life. You can see that you will grow more and more faster than anything else, right? If you work on your communication skills, it is very important. So now let's talk about the first thing which, which help you to improve your communication skill, and that is that eye contact. I have already talked about that eye contact. So always remember that whenever you talking with the person, always, make eye contact. Most of the people, they don't realize that the importance of eye contact. If you not make eye contact with the other person, that person never connect with you, right? If the person not, you can say that not making eye contact with you, it means that that person is not interested in you, right? So if you want to become more interested, if you want to more likable, you have to make eye contact with the other person, then you will a more effective communicator. Okay, so the first thing is that you can make eye contact with the other person while you are talking. And the second point is that repeat the name. In this world, name is very important for the every person. All the people are doing hard work because the name, fame and success, right? Everybody want to come in the newspaper, every people want to, come in the TV news channel, right? Because because name is very important, and so many people are giving donation, because if they give donation, people will, know that who has given the donation, right? So if you give the, all name is very important. That's why people, the most, there's research saying that in this world, the for every person, his name is very important than anything else, right? The first things come name, and after that, after the second, third coming different thing. The first thing is name, right? So always when you talking with a person, if you repeat name again and again with that person, it giving the feeling, good feeling of the other person, right? If I'm talking with suppose there is a person, Rahul. So if I'm talking to Rahul, so Rahul, how is doing? Yeah, that's great. If I'm talking about Rahul, if I'm talking with the Rahul, and if I'm repeating name Rahul again and again, it feel, Rahul feel good about him, right? He feel good about me because I'm giving respect, and I'm talking, I'm taking, I'm you can I'm using name his more and more again, right? So always remember, and not not use in every sentence, the name, because it will look like awkward. So use in you can, when you are speaking, you can understand, and where you can use or where you not use, right? If you see all the politician, all the great leader, they always remember the name of their followers, the name of their, always remember the name of the the most important person in his life, right? That's why he become a great leader. So always remember the name of the person whenever you are talking. And in starting, if you not know that person name, you can ask what is your name, and after that you can communicate with that person. And when you use his name again and again, so that person feel good, and whenever again meet in the future also, and whenever use his name, so he feel good about you, because he think that you are still remember his name, right? So he think that you care most about that person, right? So he feel good about that. So always remember that, repeat a name again and again. So I have first said about that, you can say that, make eye contact with that person. Second is that repeat name again and again, and third is that listening is very important. Why listening is very important? Because in this world, every people want to say about himself. Nobody want to listen. And if you not listen, how can you understand that person, right? Every people have a story in his life, and if you understand, if you listen that person, he feel good, right? Suppose if I want to share a story, and if other person will listen carefully about me, I feel more, I feel good about that, right? Have you seen that all the leader, all the politicians, they are good listener? All the great leader is good listener, right? That's why they are leader. So if you listen more and more, people will give you more respect, people will connect with you. If you not listen, if you always say about yourself, right, me, if you always do like that, if you always tell about that, people will irritate you, because nobody want to listen about your story. Everybody have a story, everybody have a problem. If you share only about your problem, people will irritate you. Nobody will want to stay with you, right? So remember that, try to focus on the listening. After listen, if you think that what you want to say, then you can say, but listen that person carefully, right? Never interrupt during, if someone is saying something. Try to listen, and after that, if you give the reply, people will give respect, and people will think that you are best communicator, you are good communicator. Okay. I have here said the 3 point, and the fourth point is that, talk about him, not you. Yeah, I have already said that, not talk about you, talk about that person. Tell about that, how you are, how you are, your family. Try to ask more and more about that person whenever you're talking with that person, because if you talk about that person, it means that you are caring that person. And if you are talking about only about you, it means that you are selfish. It look like you are selfish, you only care about you, not care about the other people. So if you not care about the other people, nobody will give you respect, and nobody will, you know what you want to say, nobody will listen you, right? So always try to talk about the other people, always try to give respect to the other people. Then you become a good communicator. This is a sign of good communicator. Okay. So I have said the fourth and the last, and the fifth, that is very important, that whenever you're talking with a person, ask open-ended question. So let's discuss about what is open-ended question and closed-ended question. Because I have seen that so many people ask, they are saying that, how can I talk with the people? Because whenever I started talking with the people, I'm totally blank. So, but problem is that you ask more and more closed-ended question. That's the reason you never, you never lead the conversation, right? So, what is a closed-ended question? Suppose if I am asking about that, where is your village? So you can say that my village is XYZ place, right? But if I am talking about, if I am ask that same question in a different way, like an open-ended question, if I am asking about, what is a good thing about your village? So in first question, you will give me one word answer. But now if I am asking the second question, what is the good thing about your village? Now you can give me answer in two or three line. and in two or three lines I can find one more question, and again I will ask a question. So the conversation, you can lead the conversation, you never be a blank during the conversation, right? So always remember that whenever you're talking to the people, try to, you can say that, try to ask that open-ended question, because that will give you, that will give you more confidence also, and you can also know more about that person, right? And if you ask more and more question about that person, people also feel happy to share about him, share about his story, right? So this is very important. I have shared so many things in this video. I hope this is a very very valuable video for you, because this topic is my, totally, you can say, my favorite topic. I can talk hours and hours on this topic, because that has completely changed my life. And if you start following all the about personality development, if you also start to learning all the things, this will completely change your life, because this is very important. If you want to become successful in your life, you have to upgrade yourself, you have to increase your value, then you become more successful in this world. Have you seen that so many people, who won the lottery and again become the poor, again become the average, because they not increase their value, only the money increase but their value is not increased. That's the reason, again, their money is come to like the same position. So if you want to earn more money, if you want to become successful, you have to first, upgrade your value, then money or earning always upgrade, right? So always remember to work on yourself, right? Because this is very very important part of your life, and you can say that this is a learnable skill, you can learn, and this is a lifelong process, right? You can't say that after doing, any course for 1 month or 2 months you become totally confident, you can develop your, personality. It is not like that, it is a lifelong process, it is a lifelong learning, right? Every year you can learn something new, every day you can learn something new about personality development, how you can grow yourself, how can you improve yourself, because all this thing is very important, right? So I hope this is very valuable video for you, and I think this is very longest video. Now I have talked more than 32 minutes. I think, this I have ever created more, it is the longest video ever I have created for the YouTube, because this is my favorite topic and I love to teach with the people, I love to talk about that personality development, right? I have read so many books on personality development, how can I develop myself. Every day I read, some pages on personality development, how can I, become a better version of myself every day. And if you, start reading all the books about personality development, you can see, you can start seeing, improvement in yourself. And I can recommend you to 2 or 3 books which is very important if you want to improve your personality. First is that of body language. It is very important if you want to improve your body language. You can read at least once a time in your life, because if you read that books, it will give you more detailed knowledge about the body language. I have shared some points, but if you read that books, you can learn in depth, right? And the second book is that how to influence people and make friends by Dale Carnegie. And this is very important books if you want to know that how to talk with the people, how to make a friend, how to become a better communicator. All 2 books are very important, right? So I have read all both 2 books, and that give me a confidence. I have learned so many things from that book, and now I'm what I have shared with you. I have shared so many things from that books, right? If you read that book, that will give you the depth knowledge of, the personality development, right? You can also follow so many, you can also watch, video on personality development from YouTube. You can also learn so many things from the YouTube, right? So all these are very important, and if you start, working on yourself from today, you can see that after 1 year, 2 or 3 year, your life become completely changed, right? Nothing will change in overnight, but if you consistently working on yourself, you will see a lots of changes in the future, right? So I hope this is very valuable video for you. So now I am ending this video, and we will meet in another video with a different topic. So thank you so much for watching this video.